Welcome back with Decimo Primo for another, anime insight pick of the week. I mean, all different types of things. But the anime that I'm going to be talking about today is going to be Food Wars. Um, Honestly, I mean, Food Wars is an anime that a lot of people are familiar with in the anime community. Uh, I mean, not even the anime community. I mean, people who just watching it's everywhere. It's on Netflix, it's on Hulu. I mean, they even have it on HBO Max. Now that I am talking about Food Wars, but complete disclaimer for anyone who hasn't seen the anime yet, it does have a little bit of etchiness to it, simply because like when they taste really good food, like clothes explode and people like freak out. But it doesn't take away from the anime. In essence, it adds to it, because what happens is they have different scenes for each thing. So the first one of the first times that you see it, someone makes eggs, and it's the way that they make eggs. It like multiplies the taste in their mouth. So when the like clothes explode, all of a sudden she's just like ah, and Soma like has like a little mini version of himself, and it multiplies like 1,000 times, and he basically is like saying, "So was the food good? Was the food yeah?" Like just being there, and each time it does it, it has a different ambiance to it because it deals specifically with what type of food it is and what's going on with the food. But the reason why I'm bringing it up today is because the it's coming into it's in the final plate, and it's coming into its final episodes of the final season, and through that there's a lot of finalization with the story. um, as you've gone through it, you see a character who starts out who knows exactly what he wants in life. He just and it's not the most extravagant dream in the entire world, but it begins to be the most extravagant dream in the entire world. Um, and the reason for that is he starts off small, and he gets amassed into a world that honestly it seemed like he never knew existed. What it is the main character, Soma. He has a dad, and his dad is just a boss, and he doesn't realize how much of a boss his dad is. And as he starts cooking and developing, he becomes better and better, and his dad sees his potential. It's kind of limited. Um, Reason being is because he's a big fish in a small pond. So his dad figures out the best way to do it is to make him challenge the best of the best. So he goes to a school specifically for cooking, and in there, he issues a challenge to the entire school right off. Now, the reason why this anime is on my list of great anime is because there's true character development not only for the main character, but once again for other characters throughout the entire story. Um, to me, anime where you just have one a singular character development, not for the rest of the cast, it really hurts the overall anime because your main character can only go so far. You can only be as good as the characters around you. It's much like they always say, pick your friends wisely, right? And the reason they say pick your friends wisely is because through your friends, it can help you develop and grow. So, with that with that in mind, on Food Wars is great at developing each individual character. Everyone brings something to the table that's introduced, whether it's something quirky or something awesome. They all have different specialties, and for someone who slightly cooks, because you need food to eat. I mean, this anime is great because it also gives you insights into a world of culture dealing directly with food. How many different areas of food there are, how many different, how each country cooks differently. I mean, how each person even makes different items, and how they make different items, and how it affects everything from sight, smell, taste, dressing, everything. Now, it's overall just a very in-depth anime, and we're finally getting to the area in which it truly matters, because the one thing that the father said in one of the first seasons is he talks about how cooking is something, but cooking for someone makes your cooking better. And someone's like, yeah, like the restaurant goers and all this other kind of thing. But the father continuously tries to explain and introduce how when you make food, you make it with the person in mind, and it becomes the main theme behind it. And when you have someone that you care about, and that's the person that you're cooking for, your food escalates that much better. And in these final episodes, I'm thinking Soma finally got it, because when he's going into the final cooking competitions, you see his face suddenly change, and it's like he finally takes cooking seriously. Now, not to say that he hasn't taken cooking seriously this entire time, because that would be false. But he takes it into account that this is becoming more of like a life or death type situation. Now, I recommend you check it out, because I'm not trying to give away too much about the anime, but the way it develops and grows in his relationships with different people and how those fuel his passion for his drive of overall cooking are fantastic. And I think at the end of the day, that's what we really look for whenever we pick our own friends, right? We look for somebody who helps motivate us in order to help us grow, and also, of course, someone who has similar interests with us. The reason we do that is specifically because our interests, although being our interests, we want to share those with people, and we want them to be able to understand the depth of how much we care about those interests. And Food Wars is a fantastic anime to show you how, with good friends, even with rivals who are friends, it can help propel you and motivate you to a place that is not something you may have never dreamed, but it's not something in which you wanted for your own reality until it was presented to you. So, once again, I recommend you check it out. Leave your comments below if you have any comments you'd like to leave, or any insights you'd like to say about the anime. And once again, thank you for checking out Decimo Primo. Y'all have a great day. Deuces.